x square. Take these values to right hand side. 4 square 16, 12 square 144 and 9. 160 plus 9. 169 is 13 square. 1998 divided by 54. 4 into 2 ends with 8. Answer should end with 2. There is no other option. And 4 into 7 ends with 8. So answer should end with 7. 37. You have 5 multiple in numerator and denominator you don't have 5 multiple. So answer should be 5 multiple. 15. 16 minus 8 plus 4, 12. 4. Add this 10 to other number, that becomes 600 and 700, 1300. 850 plus 1300, 2150 by 43. 100 times of denominator is 4300. Half of 4300 is 2150. That is 50 times. (22 square) and 13 5 times 65, which is 549 divided by 9. That is 61. You want me to discuss this? Sure. For these type of questions, you need to write numbers first. Form the table. June, January, February, March, April, May, June. Should first fill the numbers. Now what is this? 80. Next number 88. See, we have 20 gap and how many lines separated? 5. That means each line is 4. Next, how much is this? 4 less than 80. 76. And this is 4 more than 60. And this is exactly 92. And then is this one 8 more than 100. That is 108. First write the table and then start. Okay? So that every time you need not to check line graph or bar chart, whatever. A and B entered into partnership investing 16,000 and 12,000 in the month of March in a particular year. After 3 months, A withdraws 5,000 while B invested 5,000. So A and B started with 16,000 and 12,000. Invested for how many months? 3 months. After that, what happened to A's investment? A withdraws 5,000. That means 11,000 will be there. And B invested 5,000 more. That means 17. In which month they started? In the month of March. Now, but the end of August in the same year, C joined. That means how many months are over? March, April, May, June, July, August. August also completed. That means after how many months? 6 months C joined with investment 21,000. Next. By the month of February in the next year, they obtained a total profit of 26,400. By what value does the share of B exceeds the share of C? Right. Now they started in the month of March and next year by February. That means how many months over? 12 months over. You know financial year? Tell me financial year dates. April 1st to March 31st. Yes or no? So next year, just a day before you need to consider. They started in the month of March, but they are sharing profits in the next year, February. Yes or no? So business happened for A and B started, so they both will be there for 12 months. Already 3 months over, remaining 9 months. C joined after 6 months, so C will be there for 6 months. Cancellation with 3 common, 3 times, 3 times, 3 2 times. Come on. 16 plus 33, 49. 17 3s, 51 plus 12, 21 2 times. What is total? 1. Amma? 7. correct. 7 times 7, 9 times 7. So total how many parts? 22 parts. 22 parts is equal to 26,000. 26,400. You're asked to calculate difference of share among B and C. B gets 9 parts, C gets 6 parts, difference 3 parts. 22 how many times is 264? 12 times? 3 into 12? And then how many zeros? 2 zeros. Got it? Earlier they used to say they started business at the end of the year they shared profits. But now they are mentioning months. You need to calculate. So to calculate that you may need to spend some time. Ardhamaindi kada? Question, there is nothing changed in the question apart from the terminology. The way of information is changed. Are you getting? Right. You just need to be little careful. A jar contains 30 liters of mixture of milk and water in the respective ratio 4:1. How many parts we have? If 5 parts is 30 liters, 1 part 6. That means 4 parts, 1 part. So we have 24 liters of milk, 6 liters of water. When a mixture containing milk and water in the respective ratio 3:1 is added, the final quantity of water becomes 8. See, already how many liters of water we have? To that how many more liters you need to add to make it 8? And the extra quantity of milk and water you are adding, that is in the respective ratio 3:1. Water is 1 part, which is equal to 2 liters. Then other is milk. Milk is how many parts? 3 parts? 6. That means total you have 30 liters of milk and 8 liters of water. Total quantity 30 plus 8. 38. A working alone can complete a given task in 40 days. A and B started working together, and after 9 days, B leaves. That is not D, take it as B. The entire task is completed in 22 days. In how much time in percentage would B working alone complete the entire task as compared to A working alone? Now you are asked to calculate comparison but in terms of percentage. Now A alone can complete the work in 40 days. Keep it aside. They both started, worked for 9 days. That means A worked for 9 days, B also worked for 9 days. After that what happened? B left. Total work is done in 22 days. Who is the person working from the beginning till end of the work? That means A worked for how many days? Is it 22 or 22 plus 9? Total work is completed in 22 days. That means A worked for 22 days. Out of 22, 9 days is also included. That means they both worked together for 9 days. After that, B left and A completed remaining work in 13 days. Got it? So A worked for 22 days. A alone can complete the total work in how many days? But A worked for how many days? Remaining 18 days of whose work? 18 days of whose work? A's work is left. Yes or no? That is completed by B in 18 days of A work is done by B in 9 days. That means how many days he is taking B? Half of A's days. Yes or no? A can complete the total. You are done with your answer. B is taking half the number of days taken by. That means what percentage? Over answer. You got it? 18 days of A's work is done by B in 9 days. That means B is taking half the number of days taken by A. B is taking 50% of the time taken by A and difference is 50%. Suppose if B is taking 60% of the time taken by A, difference would be 40%. You are asked about difference kada? How much less time they are saying? That less in the sense difference. Next. Out of Shami's monthly salary 35,000, respective ratio between his PPF and house rent expenses and medical expenses 8 is to 9 is to 7 and this, and he saves the rest. If the sum of Shyam's house rent and medical expenses is 8,000, what is monthly saving? Now you are given 8,000. 8,000 is spent on house rent and medical expenses. House rent and medical expenses are second part and third part. Together how many parts we have? If 16 parts is equal to 18,000, total expenses are 16 along with 8 parts. Total 20. 16, half of that. 24, half of that. And 3 zeros. So total expenditure, come on. Out of 35,000, if expenditure is 12,000, remaining 23,000 savings. Come on, 27 into 44 into 121 is equal to 99 into 22 into something, right? Now 22 how many times? 2 times. 11, 9 times, 11, 11 times. 9, 3 times. 3 into 2 into 11, right? Come on, 74 into something is equal to 256 divided by, just a minute, 256 can be written as 16 square, that is 2 square into 8 square. Denominator you already have 1 8, 8 square and divided by 8, 1 8 cancel, remaining numbers 2 square, 4 into 8, how much? Take 32 right hand side, minus 32, that is 328 minus, come on, 30. Approximately you will get 280 or 290 something. Then x is equal to divided by 74. Approximately how many times? Over. I don't want to waste my time in getting exact number. Because look at your options. Options are 23, 10, 29, 4, 15. Huge gap we have after dividing number with 74. Are you getting? Right. 595 divided by 5. 595 can be written as 600 minus 5. If it is 600 by 5, that is 120. Minus 1 time you have. That means total 119 plus 424. Yes or no? 400, 100. Approximately 20? 24. Total 544. Now first subtract 600 minus 500, that is 100. Now subtract 25 from 44. Still you need to subtract approximately 20. 100 minus 20, answer should be approximate to, how many options are there? 82. Next. 129 plus x square. Come on. 420 minus, what is this? Approximate 3. Avuna? Take plus 129 to right hand side. Minus 3 minus 129, that is 132. This is approximate to 290 approximate. Which square is approximate to 290? 17 square. Yes. Next. Right hand side number 49. Under root 575 approximate 24. 49 minus 24. Squaring on left hand side and right hand side gives you right hand side 625. 400 plus which number gives you 625? 83. What is this? Into? I want to make 74 3 times, reverse multiplication. 73's 2, 10. 4 3's 12. 210 plus 12? 222 plus 222 minus Minus 15. If you subtract 15 from 22, you'll have 207. How much is the total? 83 and 207. 290. An amount of 16,100 is earned, amount, which includes principal and interest. When a certain sum is invested for 3 years in scheme A, offering simple interest at 5% per annum. That means simple interest for 3 years at 5% per annum will be 15%. Including 15% interest, amount is 16,100. Now let me complete first. How much more interest will be earned if the same sum were invested for 2 years in scheme B, offering simple interest at 8% per annum? Just a minute. Now, interest earned in scheme A and in scheme B, you are asked about difference only, that is 1%. So you need to calculate 1%. If you know total value, that is 100% principal, then you can calculate 1%. And amount is how much? 16,100. That is including interest 15%. Then principal is definitely less than 16,100. Principal always should be round figure. If it is 15,000, what is 10% of 15,000? 1,500. Then sum should be, amount should be 15,000 and 1,500 should be definitely more than 16,500. But how much is given in question? 16,100. So that is not even equal to 1,500. Yes or no? Should be definitely less than that. Less than 15,000 but round figure. Tell me. 14,000. What is 10%? What is 5%? 15%? 2,100. 14,000 plus 2,100. Satisfied? What is your principal? 14,000. And you just need to calculate only 1%. What is 1%? 140, right answer. Got it? ఇంత రామాయణం అవసరం లేదు అని అనుకుంటే look at this. 115% is equal to 16,100. You just need to calculate only 1%. 100% should be definitely less than 16,100, but cannot be half of that. If it is half of that, then it becomes approximate to 8,000. Then 1% becomes 80. Yes or no? You know that your principal is definitely less than 16,000. 1% should be definitely less than 160. Look at your options. How many options are less than 160? 2 are there. 2 are there. One is 80. Other is 140. If it is 80, that is meaning 100% is equal to 8,000. If 115% is equal to 16,000, then can 100% be half of that? If it is not 80, answer is 140. Yes. Next. A boat takes 10 hours to cover d kilometers upstream. If the boat speed in still water is 16 km per, that is m is equal to 16. And boat speed downstream is 19.5. M plus s is 19.5. Then what about s? Come on. 3.5. M minus s is equal to upstream. 16 minus 3.5 is 12.5 kilometer per hour. If it travels for 1 hour, it will cover 12.5 kilometers. Yes or no? But in upstream, d distance is covered in how many hours? That means in 1 hour, if it travels 12.5 kilometers, in 10 hours it will cover 125 kilometers. First option. The radius of a circle of area 144 pi. Radius of a circle of area of the circle, pi r square. Pi r square is equal to 144 pi. Pi cancel. R square is equal to 144. R is equal to 12, which is equal to diagonal. If diagonal is 12, which is equal to a root 2? Yes or no? 12 can be written as 6 into 2 and 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2. Root 2 cancel. then A is equal to 6 root 2. What is the perimeter of the square? 4A. That means into 4. 6 into 4, 24 root. Are you done? Train A overtakes train B in 24 seconds from the moment both trains meet. If the difference between speeds of the both train is 15 meter per second, what is the difference between lengths of both the trains? Right. Difference of their lengths. Train A length is 130. If a train crosses another train, distance travel will be equal to train length plus other train length. Distance is equal to speed into time. Time taken was 24 seconds. And in which direction they are moving? In which direction they are moving? Same direction. Where is that given? Overtakes. Overtake cheyatam avalante enak ninchega. That means both are moving in the same direction. Clear? Right. If they are moving in the same direction, relative speed becomes S1 minus S2, and their speeds difference is given as 15. That means relative speed is 15. 24 into 15, 360. 130 plus x is equal to 360, then x is equal to 230. You are asked about difference of their lengths. 130 and 230 difference. Yes. Kilo wrong ichchinattunnaru, check cheskondi. It is given some other option, I guess. Yeah, 100 is right answer. Item A was marked 100% above its cost price if the respective ratio between discount given and profit earned on selling item A was 3:5. What was the percentage of profit? Right. Now, what is discount? 3 parts. And profit? 5 parts. Now, if cost price is 100%, market price is 100% above, that means 200%. And if you are giving discount of 3 parts, selling price becomes market price minus discount. 200% minus 3 parts is equal to selling price. Yes or no? And 100% is cost price, and how much profit you are getting? 5 parts. That means cost price plus 5 parts. This is also equal to, come on, selling price. 200% minus 3 parts is selling price. 100% plus 5 parts is also selling price. That means both should be equal. Take 3 parts negative number to right hand side, that becomes 8 parts. 8 parts is equal to 200% minus 100%, that is 100%. 8 how many times is 100? 12 and a half. You are asked about profit, that is equal to 5 parts. 5 into 12 and a half, 62 and a half. Got it? Yes? Just listen carefully. Discount given and profit, is that equal to difference between market price and cost price? అర్థమైందా కాలేదా? I am purchasing it for some rupees but marking it as some other rupee. This is my original value and I am marking it as some other number. Difference of these two. If I want to get profit, I should get more than this value. If I am giving discount, I should subtract something from this. Discount offered, profit obtained is equal to difference of cost price and market price. If you apply that, you are done with single step. Discount is 3 parts, profit is 5 parts, sum is 8 parts. Are you getting my point? 8 parts is equal to difference of market price and cost price, which is 100%. In single line you can get your answer. Ardhamainda? Sure everybody? From this 8 parts is equal to 100%, profit is 5 parts, that is 62.5%. Next. Given A is equal to 18, B and C is 4:3. If the average of A and C is 21, what is the value of B? If average of AC, that means two numbers, is 21, then what about sum? Out of 42, A value is 18, then C value must be difference of 42 and 18, which is equal to 24. And from the ratio, C is equal to 3 parts. Yes or no? And you know B is equal to how many parts? 3. How many times is 24? 4 8 times? 32. Yes?